Good morning. Only a few more days left of April. It's 3 o'clock a.m. I was saying where they're still having a lot of problems in Baltimore with the unrest, and they keep saying the same. Media saying the same thing, trying to make some lady that's like beating on her child, knocking them all side of her head like a hero. The next thing they're going to be talking about concussions on CNN. People people, Melon, African Americans, whatever the hell you want to be called, and I just want you to know that there's no continent of Africa, America. There's African continent, and we have the Americans, North America, South America, and you might as well say Mid America, like, okay, but anyway, Central, if you want, but I say North and South. But and they don't connect. They're disconnected by the Atlantic Ocean, Africa and America. So they're not. There's no continent. So it doesn't make any sense to like Europeans or Asians for us to be called African Americans. But it's another way for us for them to hide the truth, and once they made the Negro a dirty word and made people ashamed of it, And I'm not. I'd rather be a Negro than to be any African American, because that don't make no sense. But anyway, they still having problems in Baltimore, and I say, like, stop crying about, the lady, all she was crying about, she can't get no diapers, she can't get no diapers, she can't get no diapers. Well, back in the day, we didn't worry about no damn pamper. We had what you call a brain up there. And sometimes sometimes they would say it's best for them to run around with their little ass showing. Be surprised on how they want to go. They want to go to the big person's bathroom sooner. But I don't know how old her child is, but there's so many ways we used to make diapers. I'm not even going to get into it. So we have a society that's very dependent on the structure that it is, be it that we is a capitalist society, and it's not like we are being stimulated to be more clever. So, but I see like Baltimore not going to solve the problem, because the people that are the problems right now is the police, and they can't understand like how they are a problem, but you are, and it's the politics, and you're gonna suffer more along. Like in New York, I know, like in Hell's Kitchen, like the white police, they all moved like they could only afford to live in New Jersey, and they'd be jealous as hell. Like, how come you got something? It's a capitalist society. It's like you look at somebody else's lawn, it always looks greener. But if you move over there and you gotta water and you gotta mow it, it's a lot easier to look at somebody else's shit. You know what I'm saying? Than to do this shit. But people in such a way right now, we don't know how to fix it, because the media not wanting us to see how to fix it. One thing we're gonna fix how to fix it is I see like some white people, they're homeschooling. I mean, we got to do a lot better than their homeschooling. But but that would put any kid at an advantage. They're not going. You know what I'm saying? If you just change your diet. But as for what's going on in Baltimore, it's part of the what started, I would say, when they, what was it, 1978, when they made marijuana illegal, and then they later on declared war on drugs. This is all stemming from that politics. The school system started declining around that area too. There was a major change in the 70s, not only in their politics, but like I know, like in our areas, like a bunch of Russians that came in, and they was like in the sex industry or any type of criminal industry. That's how they made their money. Simple fact. And then, like, I know when I was in Kansas, Wichita, Kansas, and some Russians came in and they was checking out stuff, and well, anyway, so they've been very interested in how our situation is run. Not to take it there, but to learn how to siphon money out of the situation, out of us, because I don't know. Because everybody else sees Americans as rich. No, not all of us. Some of us might as well be living in a third world country, and that's the problem with Baltimore. Even without those burned out places now, whatever, those, you know what I'm saying? That all they're doing is giving those stores money, whatever, siphoning the money out of them, but the citizens there that live in that community are not getting stimulated in the education system. Don't have really anything to look forward to but to go to the jail, or like if you go outside and you want to sit on your stoop because there's a war on drugs, they got a problem with you sitting on your stoop. I remember in New York everybody used to sit on the stoop. Not anymore, because the police got the only people that sit on the stoop is drug dealers. You know what I'm saying? And if the only people in your community is drug dealers or junkies, then there's a major change that needs to be made. And it's not by gassing the public or shooting rubber bullets at them. It's by changing the politics. And I say, black people, start homeschooling your kids, because they're not going to give you the information that the children need. The only thing they're going to do is incite a riot every once in a while, so they got an excuse to go to buckle down. The same game that white people have been playing. If you check out in the other areas, if we go in there to help something, what happens? A coup in that country or something. So this is as long as the police get away with breaking the law, like here, I was looking at the news, and another policeman, I guess he got indicted for vehicle homicide. They can't drive, and you can't tell them, like I was telling this one, like this about 6-7 years ago, is driving me back to the house, and I'm like, I like to wear a seatbelt. I grew up, I like wearing seatbelts, and he goes something about, oh, because your brother died, that's why you had a seatbelt on. I looked at him, I'm like, no, because you can't drive. What the fuck? He's just driving any fucking way, but I wore the seatbelt. My brother, whatever, got nothing to do, with anyway, I'm like, this bitch, you know what I mean? And I didn't, what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. I'm like, no, whatever happened to my brother doesn't have anything to do with you being a very poor driver. But he's still gonna put it on something I got an issue. And I did. I had an issue with your fucking driving. That's why I got the fuck out of your car, and you never drove me another motherfucking place. Because they think, well, I don't have to wear a seatbelt because I'm a policeman. You know what I'm saying? And then you're gonna laugh at me because I put I'm like, where the fuck is the seatbelts? Because if you're gonna drive like a fucking idiot, we need to have seatbelts. You know what I'm saying? Because you could drive any fucking way. And I guess he was after I said he was trying to scare me with his driving. I was like, I already said you're a fucked up driver. There's nothing you can prove to me any different by being more of a fucked up driver. Then I'm looking at him, I'm like, this piece of shit here. And that's the way and that's how the police, show themselves to me. It's very ignorant, hateful, self-hating motherfuckers. So you got a real problem in Baltimore, because let me tell you something, the white people, they got just as poor ass, trash white motherfuckers as they ever was. Let me get off now.